Hey guys, Dazanar here. How you guys doing today? Got to spend the day with Kubb down here. And instead of another panic video, as you usually hear me have, just wanted to come and show you a little bit what else I do. Something I do encourage people to get more involved in, and that's like cleaning up the spaces that are around you. A lot of us take our planet for granted, whether we're environmentally minded or just physically focused. You know, most of us participate in some way in consumption, indirectly, directly. You know, we're all guilty of this, is what I've come to the conclusion of, and most of us do not contribute in a meaningful way to trying to figure out the problem or just clean up the problem. And I want to say right now, make you guys feel guilty. You don't have to feel guilty for anything in this life. Set yourself free. This is just what I feel like I would like to do, which is try and clean up the areas around me, especially if it just makes me feel bad. Like, if it makes me feel bad, I want to take action to try and alleviate that. And in my life, I was just kind of picking up trash. It started in my very, very early 20s, like probably 20 or 19. I would see cigarette butts everywhere where I lived in Celebration, Florida. And it really got to me. And a lot of my friends would smoke cigarettes, and even myself, we would just flick our butts out most of the time. And I didn't smoke cigarettes very long. Not at all. But I made like a mental note to myself to go and pick up cigarette butts and pick up the amount of cigarette butts on the ground that I have smoked, and then to just keep going. And eventually I picked up thousands of them. But these days, I kind of just pick up trash wherever I'm at. And I've noticed that if you go to waterways, you're just going to find a lot of trash. So if I go to the river where I live, it's right over there right now, currently in my life. We have this beautiful brackish water river here. I think it's called the Halifax. I believe it's the Halifax. And then the Atlantic Ocean is on the other side of that island bar over there. Both sides of those waterways are usually like littered in sorts of plastics. And I just can't stand it. So for years now, I pick up trash occasionally. Like when I was younger, I did a lot more of it. Recently, the past year or so, I've gotten really back into just like giving back to where I'm at. And the more I opened my mind to just doing it and being grateful doing it, like I enjoy doing this, the more I seem to get rewarded and like get what I needed to clean up trash, which is weird, and I'll explain that in a minute. Out here, scattered about, are like what I typically find. So you'll find lots of like 7-Eleven, Wawa, cups, just all over. You'll find cigarette butts, which I didn't find too many of today where I'm at, but you find lots of cigarette butts. You'll find glass, and typically with glass, if it's sharp like this, I either don't touch it if I think like I'm gonna hurt myself, or I put it in my trash. If the glass doesn't seem very threatening and it's like on the beach or a waterway, I'll leave it there because it's a really nice addition to the sand. If it's not gonna like cut someone if they step on it, I'll leave that there. But otherwise, if it's a little dangerous and I'll take that and I will throw it away. Bright plastics. Blue sticks out very much in waterways. There's not many things in nature that are blue. So if you see something blue on the ground, you can rest assured you will go ahead, and you can go ahead. You don't have to go ahead, but you can go ahead and pick it up. Once you start getting into plastics, though, that's where it's just really depressing, especially on like major beaches. Maybe not as much on the rivers here, where in America maybe, but like on the beaches. If you go out to the beaches and you start looking in the sand, I am disgusted with the amount of microplastics that we've all contributed to do. Like it's insane. You can just go around and just pick and pick and pick and pick and pick and pick, and it doesn't end, and you just get like this handful, and then you realize it's the entire beach. And then sometimes of the year, different currents and tides bring in different debris, and here we get they call it sargassum, and it's really just seaweed, brown seaweed, and it loves the nutrients that we dump out in the ocean, so it's blooming like crazy out there. And they say it's a huge pest, but it's just doing its life thing, and it catches all these plastics that are just out in our ocean, and they wash ashore with the seaweed as the seaweed comes in and dies with the tides. And then the beaches are just freaking littered with microplastics. So I have no idea what to do about that. That's just a definite like issue that we humans have, and I don't know if we have a solution for it at the moment. You can target stuff like this though. You see something big and blue, you can go ahead and pick it up. It's not supposed to be there. Bigger plastics I will throw away. Smaller plastics I'll throw away. Bottles like, Coke, water, Dasani, anything. You see lots and lots of that. Aluminum cans. You see fresh aluminum cans. Someone probably homeless. We're having a party out on the beach. Had like a 12-pack over here, and you get that, and you'll get like 20-year-old aluminum cans that are partially decayed, 50-year-old aluminum cans, which are rarer, but you can tell by the bottle caps and stuff. So you get all kinds of stuff like that. Random plastic toys, random little plastic things, little buckets, little fishing plastic things, little nets, ropes, plastic bags, all kinds of plastic bags just get entangled in things. I found a whole bunch of like clothing items today, and they're just too big to really take in the bags that I found today. Sometimes you'll have a miracle and you will find bags. And I guess I'll just talk about that. I find stuff, cool stuff that I need or can use while I'm doing this. And the more that I notice that I do, and the more that I'm grateful for finding it, the more stuff I keep finding. Like this hats I found this in the last year. Swag when I go out and do community service like this. It's like the planet or God or the computer or the universe or something is rewarding me, and I appreciate it, because this is generally a thankless thing. People will come up to me very rarely and be like, wow, you're doing a good thing, and that's cool, but at the scale I'm doing it, it doesn't feel that way. This is just something I do for myself, and maybe I'll upscale it at some point in my life. I haven't necessarily figured that out. But the universe just giving me what I need is kind of amazing. Like, what I mean by that is, the hats, I don't know if I need them. They're really cool mementos to remember this even happened. But, like, yesterday, or most days, I will not even have a bag. I will be walking out and I will think to myself, oh man, I didn't bring a bag. I wish I had one. And within a few seconds or minutes, I'll look down and I'll find one of these bags just somewhere as I'm trying to clean up stuff. And I can start cleaning at that point. And on top of that, if I find extra bags, I have locations that I tend to go to more often, which is like over here where I'm at today, this lovely beach that is technically trespassing. And then on the other side, beach over there. And if there's places that I'll frequent, I'll hide bags and tie them on tree branches and stuff that they're not going to blow away. And that way I always have extra bags when I need it. 2 days ago, I was walking down here and going to clean up, and I found a whole roll of trash bags, like a roll like this thick of like clear see-through trash bags. And it was like a obvious sign, because I'm walking right next to this area of the beach, right next to the road where a lot of homeless people camp out, a lot of fishermen like just hang out there because it's a nice little alcove between the plants, but it's just polluted with trash. And I always kind of walk past it, and I'll occasionally take a few bags like this and clean through, but there's just so much. I was walking past it, it just shoved a whole roll of those clear bags in my face. Unfortunately, I didn't have the energy that day to really do it. I was really pooped. I've been kicking my butt at work and just staying really active, and my muscles are sore and kind of like regenerating. So I took those bags and I put them in my pocket somewhere, and then I lost, like, given an opportunity to like award myself with bonus karma, and in a way I lost it by not acting on the moment. So I can obviously use my own purchased plastic to do it, but it's nice to find plastic that I didn't buy, that's discarded, and use that to collect more junk that's, you know. And I didn't have anything to dig stuff out of the ground today, and so I found a fork. I literally found a fork like within a minute after thinking about that. I was like, okay. So I got a fork that'll help you dig like glass or plastic that's in the dirt and soil on the beach, and even help you like rip through plastic, because plastic will get cut and stuff like that. And that's, I guess, why I found this. That'll really help you rip the plastic that gets caught in these things, and that's really neat, really amazing find. And then another find you'll find on the beach. You find on the beach. Man, I think it's down a little ways. I don't want to walk there, it's kind of hot. But like bags, or not grocery bags, but like sand bags, or lawn care bags, or dirt bags. And they're just loaded with sand and stuck on the beach, or trash bags, like hefty black ones, and there ain't shit you can do about that because they're too heavy to pull up. But you can kind of like pull at them with something like this and then unbury the plastic, kind of work at it. What else do we find? All kinds of just dumb stuff, honestly, people. You find everything. I found batteries today. Just stuff you don't want hanging on the beaches. It doesn't help nature. It doesn't help us. No. But mind you, maybe I'll show you guys that more often and record it. I have a few videos recorded like probably 3 years ago at this point, where I was cleaning up the lakes around my mom's place, and now I'm just doing it around here. Why not? Cub likes it, except for the beach. He gets paw allergies, and he hates that, but we like being out in the sun, doing something that's actually useful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having a good day. Stay blessed and stay thankful. Keep moving through this life, because I don't know, but you take care out there, all right? Putting the likes, comments down below, all that fun stuff. Yeah. I appreciate you guys.